Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's lesson. Yesterday, we looked at rhyming in poetry, and I gave you two poems to try and find the rhymes for. The first one was by A. Milne, who is actually the writer of Winnie the Pooh. It was called Now We Are Six, and it went, when I was one, I had just begun. When I was two, I was nearly new. When I was three, I was hardly me. When I was four, I was not much more. When I was five, I was just alive. But now I'm six. I'm as clever, so I think I'll be six now forever and ever. What I've done on mine is I've highlighted where the rhymes are. Now you'll notice at the top I haven't highlighted one and begun, because if you listen very carefully to the end, on, and begun, on, un. They're not quite a rhyme. They don't make the exact same sound. We'd say that's a half rhyme. Yeah, they're a very close sound, but it's not a full rhyme. Looking down then, we've got two and new, three and me, four and more, five alive, six does not rhyme, clever and ever. So the rhymes in this poem come at the end of each line and they are next to each other. Look, three, me, at the end of each line and next to each other. Four, more, at the end of each line and next to each other. Five, alive. Now, six doesn't rhyme, and that's because sometimes in poems, when you're getting to the end, the poet wants to tell the reader the poem's about to finish, and so they change it. They change it a little bit just at the end, and that signals that the poem is going to be ending soon. Let's have a look at the other poem, because the rhymes are different in this one. If you look at how I've highlighted it, we've got sleep and tune. Those two don't rhyme. But sleep and creep do rhyme. Line 1, line 3. Tune and moon rhyme. Line 2, line 4. If we have a look at the next stanza, next paragraph, next chunk of writing, we've got prowl and howl, line 1, line 3, and we've got dew and who, line 2 and line 4, and that is the pattern, because poems use patterns. The pattern for the rhyming in here is that the rhyming words are on line 1 and line 3, those two will rhyme, and then 2 and 4 will rhyme. There is no signalled ending on this poem. It stays exactly the same all the way through. Well done if you spotted those rhymes, particularly in that second poem where they weren't next to each other. The rhymes in the first one, where they are together, we call those rhyming couplets, because they're a couple, they're together, they're next to each other. It's a couple of rhymes, two rhymes next to each other on the lines. The rhymes in this one we would call alternative line rhymes, because the rhyme comes on every other line. So there's two types of rhymes there that you've learnt. Rhyming couplets, the ones that are next to each other, and alternative line rhymes, where you start your rhyme, start another rhyme, do the first rhyme, do the second rhyme. Okay, well done for that task. Today's task, we are still looking at rhyming a little bit, but there are other features in the poem that I've put below the video today. The poem is called Do You Want to Be a Wizard? What I want you to do is read that poem, do the task below it, but then afterwards I want you to try and learn the poem. You can learn it by putting actions to it, repeating it, or just reading it quite a few times. But I would like you to try and learn that poem, because on Thursday, after tomorrow's live lesson, we are going to try to change that poem, keep the same features, keep the same layout, but change the language. We'll talk a bit more about that on Thursday. But for now, read the poem, give the worksheet a go, see if you can identify the features in this poem, and then try and learn the poem. I'm going to read it to you just before I end this video, and then I'll let you have a go at it. So let me get up the poem. Do you want to be a wizard? Well, you'll need a pointed hat with silver stars and golden moon, and perched on top, a bat. Do you want to be a wizard? Well, you'll need a book of spells, and rotten eggs, and fried frog's legs to make some horrid smells. Do you want to be a wizard? Well, you'll need some pickled brains, a wand, a cloak, and one dead rat, and green slime from the drains. Do you still want to be a wizard? Okay, read that to yourself, give the worksheet a go, and then try and learn it so that we can change parts of it on Thursday. Good luck, and as ever, happy learning.